Shout out Adam Thielen. And he said we're going to give him the best chance to win a Super Bowl. That's what he said. So, yeah. Out of all the teams.
What?
He said that the Carolina Panthers are the team that gives him that gave him a best chance to win a Super Bowl out of the teams that recruited him over the Dallas Cowboys. Yes.
To win a Super Bowl win
this year.
Man, go ahead. All right.
Okay.
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark. And y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
Yeah, then, the suit, this is just business. This is just business. This is just what I do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know who it is. I am Derek Thompson.
And I'm Diego Thompson.
And who are we?
We're the Pick'em Pros.
We are the Pick'em Pros coming back at you in the house with the new episode of Who You Got, episode number 51, season 2. Coming back at you, man. We are, again, talking about the top fantasy football receivers. We've been talking about NBA for the last several months. Now we're focusing on football. It is football season. It's coming up. We got training camp coming up, lots with football. So we're giving you all fantasy expertise. So we're giving you fantasy receivers 30 through 11. You ready to give this list, man?
I'm ready. Let's go. Get my list.
Let's do it. So last week, we gave you our top 10 fantasy receivers. And every week, 8 a.m. on Saturday, we are publishing our top fantasy player list. But last week, we did our top 10, and we felt that really wasn't enough. You're obviously going to be drafting deep teams. You need to know more than just the top 10. So we decided we are going to give you our 30 through 11. So then you have a full list of receivers. You can check out our other show from last week where we gave you our top 10. So now you'll have top 30. Next week, we'll give you our top 30 running backs. Then the following week, we'll give you our top 20 quarterbacks and then our top 20 tight ends. So the next several weeks, we're giving you nothing but our top list of fantasy players. Did you do your homework, man?
Yeah, I did my I had all this stuff done like yesterday.
Okay.
You're up here all scrambling on trying to get your list done. So I've had my stuff.
Okay, you're trying to call me out on my list. I'm prepared. Hey, you know what?
Yep.
No matter how late I may put my list together, the results speak for themselves. When you get hardware like this,
how dusty is that trophy?
You don't just get hardware.
It looks pretty dusty to me.
There's absolutely zero dust on my trophy. Played in 2 leagues last year. Finished first in one, second in the other.
Was that trophy from that league, though?
Undeniable. You know what? That's a whole nother subject we're going to get to. So we're going to give you our top 30 receivers here in a second. But, yeah, speaking of that, so I'm in 2 leagues, right? We're in one league run by, Commissioner Smitty, does a fantastic job. Can't wait to play in a league. This is your 4th year, though you're 13 years old. Yeah. This is your 4th year going into the league. So I'm expecting big things from you. All right. But the other league that I'm in, so I finished second in that league. It's a pretty big pay in. We get paid right away. Everything's great. This other league that I'm in, okay, is it's a free league, okay, but there's a trophy that gets passed around. So whoever wins, which this is my second time winning it, whoever wins it, right, you're supposed to then go get it engraved, put the next winner's name on it, and give them the trophy. You're supposed to get the trophy at halftime of the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So, Super Bowl was what, February?
Yes.
This is what's the date?
July 31st.
July 21st. July 21st.
Oh, 21st.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
time of recording, right? So Friday night, July 21st.
Yeah.
Time of recording. This will go out July 22nd. And I have yet to get my trophy, right? So I don't know, man. You know, I might have to consider
You gotta reach out,
man, because it's crazy. Because when I won, I went, had it engraved, showed up at the Super Bowl party at halftime, gave it, did all that. I'm still waiting on my trophy, man.
Man, that's something, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
So this is actually a trophy from another league that I used to play in that I'm actually showing.
Okay.
Because the trophy that I earned, I don't even have because of other things going on. Well, anyway, hey, I'm sure we're all, most of us fantasy people that love fantasy who are in a bunch of leagues, you know, it rolls like that. So anyway, bunch of great folks. I'm sure they'll give me my trophy at some point. So we'll see. All right. Well, man. So again, we're gonna rank 30 through 11 right now.
Okay.
And, then let's just get on into it. Let's not waste any more time. So why don't you give your 30 through 11, and then I'll give my 30 through 11. And again, you can check out our other show that's already live where you can see our 10 through 1. All right.
All right, so I'm gonna start off number 30 on my receivers list. I got Christian Watson from the Green Bay Packers. Put up a couple big games last year with Rodgers, but I think he's gonna have to adjust with a Jordan Love and that whole QB situation. So I have him at number 30. I have him number 30 for now, but he'll rise up in the future. I think he's gonna be a good receiver someday. And then 29, I got Brandon Ayuk from the San Francisco 49ers.
Ooh.
Put up 29. That's not that low. So he put up 1,000 yards last year. He had some good seasons. They say he's been looking really good in training camp, just like they did last year when he actually had a really, really good year. So I think that's going to happen again. Him and Deebo Samuel tag team in there. So 29.
Just moment on that because I know we have a lot of names, so I'm not going to interrupt you too much. But I had Brandon Ayuk, I think it was 2 years ago, and he was awful for me. And so many people.
But then the year after, he was amazing.
So many people were saying, "Oh, he's the sleeper," and "Oh, you got to get him," and didn't do anything for me. So I will never draft Brandon Ayuk again. So that's
he had a great year last year, though.
On him.
You got to give him credit.
Okay.
You got to give him credit.
Deebo was out a lot too, but okay, go ahead.
Yeah. And then number 28, I got Mike Williams from the Los Angeles Chargers. Last year he put up some good numbers, but he missed a couple games. I still have him on the list because he's not really an injury prone guy. That was really the only year he got injured. But in the year he's been healthy, he's put up 1,000-yard seasons. So I think he can do it again. So I got him at number 28. Number 27. I got Chris Olave from the New Orleans Saints. Rookie going into his second year. Was second among rookies in yards behind Garrett Wilson. Put up 1,000. He's gonna really lead that receiving core because I don't know what's up with Michael Thomas. So yeah, he's got him on here, number 27. And number 26, I got my guy from the Carolina Panthers. I got Adam Thielen at number 26. He is out for revenge, people. The Vikings dumped him, and now we are here. He's gonna stay healthy again, and he's gonna put up years like he's gonna put up a year like he did in the past with the Vikings, like 1,000 yards, a bunch of touchdowns, all that. And I believe in him. So number 26, Adam Thielen.
That's okay. I think that's a little high. You don't worry.
I'm projecting.
Okay. I understand you're
looking really good in OTAs.
If you want to trust me.
So I'll get him.
You know, I think
people are sleeping on Adam Thielen.
Around 14 sleeping. Get him. So I think ESPN has him rated number 53. So
I got half that. So it is what it is.
26. Okay.
I'm gonna get him. I believe in you, Adam Thielen. Okay,
might be a little Homer Simpson going on. Little home cooking with your Carolina.
He's going to be mentoring.
We're coming at you from North Cackalack. Shout out to Zaxby's of Clayton, North Carolina, sponsors. So thank you, Zaxby's, for all you do for us.
I'm gonna move on. Shout out Adam Thielen. He said we're gonna give him the best chance to win a Super Bowl. That's what he said. So yeah, out of all the teams,
what?
He said that the Carolina Panthers are the team that gives him that gave him a best chance to win a Super Bowl out of the teams that recruited him over the Dallas Cowboys. Yes.
To win a Super Bowl win
this year.
Man, go ahead. All right.
Okay, number 26, Adam Thielen. We spent too much time on that. Number 25, I got Christian Kirk.
Okay.
From the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Like Kirk.
Put up 1,000 yards last year. He's got Calvin Ridley coming in there. I don't really know how he's gonna look because the last time you saw him in 2021, he put up like 1,300 yards and really good with the Falcons. So I don't know how rusty he's going to be, but he might limit Christian Kirk's role a little bit. So that's why I got him at the low at 25. So that's that. And then number 24, I got Amari Cooper from the Cleveland Browns. He again put up some numbers last year with only his quarterback playing 6 games, Deshaun Watson. He's going to get a full year under his belt, but again, I don't know how Deshaun Watson's going to look. So I don't know. We'll see. And then there's a lot of great receivers.
I believe he had 9 touchdowns last year too.
Deshaun Watson?
No, Cooper.
Cooper. Okay. Now, he's a guy that'll get you touchdowns, get you yards. He stays healthy pretty much. So that's a good pick to make if you're a fantasy team. Number 23, I got Odell Beckham Jr. from the Baltimore Ravens. Whew. I think he won that Super Bowl. He was out the whole year. In 2021, he won the Super Bowl. In 2022, he rested and recovered from that torn ACL. He's back. He's got a QB, Lamar, who people are saying will throw for 5,000 yards this year. I don't know if that'll happen, but I think he can we'll have probably his best passing year. So, I think Odell is going to help him with that. So, I got number 23. Number 22, I got Brandon Cooks from the Dallas Cowboys. Coming in there from the Houston Texans. Okay. He put up some good years with Houston in the past. He's played with the Rams and the Saints. He's a speedy guy, and he can put up numbers around. You put him on the other side of the field with CeeDee Lamb. I think that's going to be dangerous, and I think he's going to be back as a primary fantasy receiver. So Brandon Cooks, number 22,
and Dak's going to throw the ball a lot. So.
Oh, yes. Lots of picks and lots of touchdowns. That's what you're going to get. Okay, number 21, I got Tyler Lockett from the Seattle Seahawks. Okay. He put up 1,000 yards in I believe 4 or 5 straight years and stays healthy every single year. Always going to give you lots of touchdowns. So if I'm a fantasy team, I definitely want Tyler Lockett on my team because you can rely on him. Rely on pretty much all the time every year.
And who fantasy team is Tyler Lockett normally on?
Yours? I had him on my team. Was it last year or 2 years ago? I had him on my team. I actually had Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf in back-to-back years. So,
yeah, you did.
I discovered DK Metcalf. I got him in the 9th round when he went crazy. Okay. So, All right, so number 20, I got Kadarius Toney from the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, I said it. Kadarius Toney. That they traded for him last year from the New York Giants. The New York Giants they didn't know how to do. He was a first-round draft pick, and then he got injured a little bit, and he didn't really fit in the Giant system. So then they traded him to the Chiefs for nothing, and then the Chiefs turned him into something. He caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl. He played really good in the regular season down the stretch, and I think they're going to turn that first-round talent into top receiver production, 1,000 yards, and all that. So he's going to have a very, very, very good year for the Chiefs. Number 19, I got T. Higgins from the Cincinnati Bengals. He's been solid. He's been really good when he's in the league. Some people have him higher, but I think he's. I don't know if he got the contract or not. I think he got a contract extension. So
yeah,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I've got him on my list.
Yeah. So he's a really good receiver. So I got him number 19. And number 18, I got Mike Evans from the Tampa Bay Bucks. He of course has also got actually every year in his career he's got 1,000 yards. So you can count on him for that. Lots of touchdowns. Usually healthy. So he's a solid receiver to have in your lineup. And number 17, I got Terry McLaurin from the Washington Commanders.
Okay.
He's put up he's been really, really good in his time in the league. And yeah, but I the quarterback situation is iffy though. He's a great receiver, but their starting QB I think is going to be a Sam Howell, who he's only started like one game in his career in the NFL. Yeah. But he's a good receiver, so I think he's good enough to be on the list. So congratulations.
I have him in my top 30, but I've got him lower because of that quarterback situation.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
totally. And then I have Kadarius Toney on my list because quarterback's Patrick Mahomes. So that's how it is. And, and number 16, I got DK Metcalf. No.
Okay.
DK Metcalf. Put up numbers last couple of years. Had a good year with Geno, and I think it's going to continue and finish better than his teammate Tyler Lockett. Because he can go off, man. Like he can explode for like a 200-yard, 2-touchdown game, and absolutely save your week. So I like to have DK Metcalf in that rotation because just in case he blows up for a big game.
I have them both clearly Lockett and Metcalf in my top 30, but I always rank Lockett above Metcalf just because Lockett gets more touchdowns, more consistent. But Metcalf is a beast. He's a physical beast and is going to put up numbers, just kind of little up and down.
Yeah, I see. I understand that. But then number 15, I got a guy with a second-year receiver coming in with a new quarterback from the New York Jets. I got Garrett Wilson. So he finished 12th in receiving yards last year with Zach Wilson and Mike White in the rotation, and now he's got an all-time great in Aaron Rodgers throwing him the football. That quick release, and I think he's gonna improve his game, and he's gonna be amongst the top receivers in the league. So I'd like to have him if you're fantasy, and I think if you get Garrett Wilson, and Aaron Rodgers on the same team, that 1-2 punch.
Okay,
it's that combo is good. And number 14, I got Keenan Allen from the Los Angeles Chargers. Yeah, consistent. 1,000 yards, touchdowns, all that stuff. He's usually healthy. This year was a wonky year for Chargers receivers. Yeah. So I think that the Chargers receivers will be back next year, and they'll put up numbers that they usually do. So I trust Keenan Allen for next year.
Okay.
Number 14. Number 13, I got Devontae Smith from Philadelphia Eagles. I feel like you gotta have him on this list. He's an absolute beast.
I agree with that.
Heisman Trophy winner, all that. But the reason I have him this high is because he's going into his third year, which means extension time. So I think he's going to absolutely ball and play out of his mind just to get that deal and that Super Bowl ring, because they are in contention as one of those teams.
And just like we always say, so we rate players a little higher. If they're going into a contract year, we rate them a little higher. If they've just gotten paid, we might ding them a little bit. So we kind of go by that. So that's definitely a good thing to know. Yeah, I've got him high on my list as well.
And then number 12, I got your guy from the Detroit Lions, Amon-Ra St. Brown. he also had 1,000 yards last year, was 11th in receiving yards last year, and is also going into a contract year. He was in that same draft class with Devontae Smith and Waddle and all those guys. So so I think he's gonna ball out and have a monster year for Detroit and get that deal done.
I've got him as my number 10. So
so in the same range, close. So I trust Amon-Ra St. Brown. And then number 11, I got Jalen Waddle, Miami, 7th in receiving yards last year, even when he had Tyreek Hill on the same team, when Tua got injured. And now they have a capable backup, I think, in Mike White. He's solid if Tua goes down or how that situation is. But Jalen Waddle, 11, going into a contract year. So, again, ball out and try to get that deal done. So, that's my list.
All right. Sounds good. So that's your list. So you've got 4 guys that aren't on my list. One of them could be, but 3 of them I think are more reaches. So Brandon Ayuk, I don't have him on my list. I think a lot of
that's personal.
That's
a little personal.
Although he in a lot of other rankings, I'm seeing him about 35 actually. Mike Williams, I don't have him on mine, but most people do. So most people do. He is a solid pick. I definitely can't argue with him, being top 30. So that's fine. Adam Thielen, come on, man. That's total homer.
See what Adam Thielen has done with the Minnesota Vikings. He's gonna do that time too. He is on a mission. Everyone's been doubting Adam Thielen. He's coming not only as a mentor but as a top receiver.
Now, is he? So let me say this: is he a receiver that will probably be good to have on your roster? Yes. Maybe 5th receiver. Something like that. Step in if you need a game.
Be a 3rd receiver.
Oh no, I don't know
he can. He can.
I hope so. Okay, yeah, because we're in the same league. So
Adam Thielen,
the 3rd receiver, because I'm gonna be.
Woo!
Matter of fact, man, just go on and draft him. Just draft him high. Make him your
second. With Bryce Young as his quarterback, are you kidding me?
Bryce, yes.
Bryce Young, the generational next Patrick Mahomes talent. Are you kidding me?
You said they're gonna win. The Carolina Panthers gonna win the Super Bowl too. So
they will win a Super Bowl with Bryce Young. Might win it this year. No.
Get Bryce Young as your quarterback. Get Allen Thielen as your receiver. So
and Miles Sanders as a running back. You got the trio. Ooh.
Do it. Yes. Do it.
Oh yeah,
that would be fantastic.
That's gonna win you a fantasy championship right there.
I will have another trophy.
I'm gonna have one of those because Bryce.
You won't have it. All right, cool. All right, so that is your 30 through 11. Again, if you want to see Diego's 10 through 1, you got to click on the other YouTube episode that will pop up at the end of this. You can check out our 10 through 1. But this is 30 through 11 because we know you fantasy gurus are really trying to make your list. You'll probably be drafting later in August, so you get all this together. So again, next week we're giving you our top 30 running backs. They're going to be broken up into 2 episodes, but they'll come out at the same time. So give you our top 30 running backs. Then we'll give you our top quarterbacks the following week, top 20, and top 20 tight ends. So we're going to stay on this fantasy train here for the next several weeks. Make sure you're all ready for fantasy football because it's about that time. Got training camp starting, kicking off now for a lot of teams. So a lot of good stuff popping off here, man. Yeah.
Bryce Young in training camp, man. Who you gonna see it?
Oh, gosh. Okay. All right. Well, let's get into my top 30. Well, sorry, 30 through 11. I keep saying top 30. We already did 1 through 10. All right, my 30 through 11 wide receiver list. Let's get into this. All right, let's get into this. So, number 30, again, might be a little high, but I've got to have him in my top 30 So he is number 30. He's also on your list. I have OBJ. I have Odell
Okay.
Jr. as my number 30. No, he's coming, didn't play at all last year, coming off the ACL. Hey, it should be fresh. I do feel like I've got him at 30 because I feel like Baltimore is going to be really good this year. And you know, my philosophy with fantasy is I like to have players that are on good teams.
Yes.
Score a lot of points, have good teams. And I feel they are going to do that. Feel they're all going to have great years this year. And I also feel that he is going to make sure that OBJ gets touches. So
yeah. Lamar really wanted him there, and
Lamar Jackson really wanted him there. You know, they were celebrating at Club Leave once he got signed. So he's going to get him the ball, especially in the red zone. So I think that he's going to get. I don't know how he's going to do yardage wise, but I think OBJ is going to get his fair share of touchdowns. I think he gets at least 7 touchdowns, 7-8 touchdowns this year. Can have him at number 30. All right, number 29. Oh man, you're gonna trip on this. This guy's not on your list. I've got him on my list. You're gonna say what, but then you'll understand why. I've got Michael Thomas of the New Orleans Saints.
I kind of get it.
29. So I got burned by Michael Thomas before because I had him after that record-breaking year, and everybody had him as number one receiver going in that next year, and got hurt, didn't play, and you really haven't seen him much since. But again, he is on prove-it deals now. Needs to try to work his way back to getting a big deal. Might be past that time, but he certainly has to ball out in order to really get any big money again. So he's going to be on a mission to try to bounce back. Again, I have at 29, somebody that you can get maybe 6th, 7th round later on, may be a good pickup. So I've got him at number 29 because of that. Number 28, I have Brandon Cooks of the Dallas Cowboys. They will score a lot of points. They're going to air it out. That's going to air it out. Can't throw all the balls to CD or the tight end. So I feel that Cooks will get his fair share of opportunities. So I have him at number 28. Number 27, I have Mike Evans from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. May think that's low, but again, does not have Tom Brady this year. He is up in age. He always has knick-knack injuries. He plays through them, but he's always hampered by something every year. He's getting older. Still productive receiver. So I've got to have him in my top 30, but I've got him down a little lower this year. So I have him at number 27. Don't know how many points they're going to score. The quarterback situation not going to be the best. So I think 27 is a good place for Mike Evans. Number 6, I have Terry McLaurin of the Washington Commanders. He, again, the reason I have him that low, I think production-wise he could be higher, but I'm just leery about bad teams. So, being with the Commanders in the quarterback situation is a little iffy. So, and again, with these receivers, you're relying so much on your receivers. You really have to get them right. You can't miss on many of these guys.
Yeah, you can't.
So, you got to kind of try to go with, short things as much as possible. All right. Number 25. I know this is another guy you don't have. I've got Jerry Jeudy of the Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? With Russell Wilson, let Russ cook. Oh my gosh.
Let Russ cook.
Oof.
Who's the coach?
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton's the coach. Again, I'm not saying Denver's going to make the playoffs. Not saying any of that, but they will be better. And I feel that the person.
I hope they get better than 4 wins.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
But he played under the circumstances. It was pretty decent last year. But I feel that with Sean Payton there and with Russ playing a lot better this year, I think he's going to be the biggest beneficiary of that. Sean Payton is a mastermind at getting his receivers the ball. We saw what Michael Thomas was able to do, under that offense years ago and set records. I think this is going to be a big opportunity for Jerry Jeudy, and I think he has a good year. So again, I got him at 25. It's not like I'm saying
cool. You can have him. You can have Jerry Jeudy.
25. I think that's a good spot for him. So
All
I
right.
think good. I think he's a little bit of a sleeper because people were higher on him, and then he was overrated.
I was never high on him.
Right? He was but just the whole. Remember, people were talking about how stacked Denver was.
Oh yeah, they were stacked.
Which was
stacked.
Absolutely ridiculous. So they were overrated before. Now I feel, especially with him, it's a little bit of underrating going on, especially with Sean Payton coming in. I think he's a sleeper pick. Number 24, Deontay Johnson of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I have there. Again, not super high on the Pittsburgh Steelers offense, but he is the number one guy. He's going to get his balls. He's going to get enough attempts to score touchdowns, and I think 24 is a good space for him. He's a solid guy. He's a solid guy. And again, when it comes through, 20 through 30, most of those, it's guys that are going to get the ball, going to get their attempts, and he certainly falls in that category. And now, number 23, this is the last person that you didn't have on your list. So we have 4 on our list that you didn't have, and vice versa. This is the last guy. So 22 and up, we've got same people just shuffled differently. Number 23. I've got your guy. Should be on your list. Don't know why, because your hometown Carolina Panthers, I think you're a little salty. I've got DJ Moore on my list. Wide receiver for the Chicago Bears. Don't you have his jersey?
Chicago Bears. Exactly. He's going to disappear, and you'll never hear of him again. You kidding me? Justin Fields is going to have like 1,000 passing yards the whole year.
Don't you have DJ Moore's jersey? Why aren't you wearing it? We're doing a wide receiver show. Last week,
because he got traded. Justin Fields.
Adams on. Now we were doing top 10. Now we're doing 11. You should have DJ Moore. You should be right.
Because I don't have DJ Moore on my list. Because Justin Fields is quarterback.
Was DJ Moore on your list last year?
Yes, he was. He was top 15.
Wow. So now he's not even top 30? He just
yes, because Justin Fields is quarterback.
Well, Justin Fields has to throw the ball sometimes, and he's going to have to throw it to somebody. And DJ Moore will clearly be the number one receiver. So I feel that DJ Moore is going to get a lot of attempts. So that's why, again, bad team. Don't expect the Bears to really do much. But DJ Moore is the guy that they basically brought in and passed on.
Yeah, they traded him for Bryce Young.
Right.
He traded him for a franchise quarterback.
So hey, the Bears passed up on a guy that may go down as one of the best quarterbacks ever. So
that's right.
That happened. So they better force feed the ball to DJ Moore.
Yeah, you better.
Amazing.
Good luck, DJ Moore.
All right. Number 22. Okay. I've got your guy from New Orleans, Chris Olave. That's how you pronounce it, right?
Yeah. Olave. Yeah.
Chris Olave. I've got him at number 22. Again, going into second season, I think he will continue to progress and move up. So I've got him at 22. A lot of boys have him pretty high. The ESPN, they have him at 15.
I think that's a little high.
Yeah, I think that's high.
Considering the caliber receivers, but
yeah. So I think 15 is way too high. 22, I think, is a decent spot. You've got him at 27, so got more around that area. Number 21, I have from the Cleveland Browns, Amari Cooper.
Okay,
got him there again. I've had him several years. I definitely had him last year. Caught 9 touchdowns. I think I had some more stats from him. 9 touchdowns. Played all 17 games. Had 1,460 yards. So solid guy. Again, typically doesn't perform as well on the road. Okay, yes, that's the only caveat. So you want to pay attention home or away. But when he hits. And I feel that quarterback Deshaun is going to be better this year. So in their running game, with Chubb, He's going to do his thing. So, you can only do so much with the receivers. So, Amari Cooper is a great third receiver. So you get him as your third, especially when you get him as your fourth, but third receiver.
In that sort of like third rotation. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, like him there. All right. Number 20, I have Christian Kirk, Jacksonville Jaguars. Have him there. I was high on him when he was in Arizona. So, matter of fact, I believe I had him last year. Been high
last year.
Yeah. Christian? Oh no. I had him. I had him the year before that.
When he was in air. Yeah.
He would catch. He would just get the total deep ball. So he would just fly and run.
That was a good. You had D Hop. Catch passes and go to Kirk on a long ball. So now they're both gone.
Yeah.
So
and you're right, but with their quarterback is continuing to rise up the ranks in Jacksonville. They made the playoffs. We haven't made our playoff predictions yet, so we'll do that as we get closer to the season. But we'll probably have them returning to the playoffs, especially with that division. They'll probably return to the playoffs, so they'll have a good year, and Christian Kirk should have a good year. So, 20. So that's my 30 through 20. All right, now I'm gonna get into 19 through 11 before we get on out of here. Again, check out our 10 through 1 after this, and you can see those rankings there. All right, number 19, I've got DK Metcalf at 19. So again, great receiver. He played all 17 games, doesn't really get hurt. So that's a solid thing because injuries are a big deal. He had 6 touchdowns. That's the only thing. So he's more, he's a little more of a name. You know what I'm saying? He's a physical specimen, but he does
chase down and
but he doesn't get as many TDs. You know what I mean?
I think I'm sure he's gotten more TDs in the past.
So 1 year, and matter of fact, I think you had him that year.
Yeah,
he
probably
started off super hot the first half of the year and got a lot of TDs.
That was Russell Wilson. Oh, that's why. First half Russ.
A couple years ago. Yeah. But again, I mean, it just depends on when you get him. You know what I mean? If second receiver, I just think you have to have a good receiving core. So if he's your second receiver, I don't know. But if he's your third receiver, okay, maybe.
Yeah, I see.
But, I've got him at number 19. All right, number 18, I have Christian Watson, Green Bay Packers. He's clear number 1. Is a speedster. It all comes down to quarterback, Jordan Love. How good is he going to be? I'm hoping my sake, like the Packers, hopefully Love can come in and ball out, get him the ball.
One of your mystery teams.
Hopefully get the ball, and my Packers can do something this year. Move on to the next chapter. Move on from Aaron Rodgers and be able to get the ball to Christian Watson. All right. So next, number 17, I've got Keenan Allen, Los Angeles Chargers. Again, solid top receiver here. Again, had the injuries. So again, will he bounce back? I think he will. I don't think he's going to be Nick like that 2 years in a row. So his numbers were down last year, but that was because of the injury. So 17 is a good spot for Keenan Allen on our list. Number 16, I have Tyler Lockett. So Lockett is steady. I think he also had nine TDs, 1,000 yard season, 1,033 yards, and that was in 16 games. So he's solid. Doesn't really miss. I think that game he missed last year was super rare. I don't know if he's really missed much before that.
And he's not going to miss more than like 1 or 2 games. He's going to play like 15, 16, 17 games. So
right. Yeah, he's solid. I love having Lockett. I typically am able to get him. Lockett definitely is a good guy, especially these guys here. These are like third receiver guys. You can get them as your third. That's a great one. All right, number 15. This is a guy that you actually had in your top 10.
Okay.
One guy, because we had we had similar top 10, except we had one difference. So we both had one player that, was not in each other's top 10. So Deebo Samuel,
that's low.
top 10.
Are you
He's
kidding
my
me?
number 15. Yeah, I mean,
Number
because
15.
again, his style of play. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, he can score. He's so productive. Like, he is going to be top among receiving yards, and he can rush, and he gets a lot of touchdowns. And man,
he can. But again, the style of play, and so a lot of it, and he runs a lot too. So it's good. It's all purpose, but you're not going to get as many because again, we're in PPR leagues, basically. So where you're getting points per reception. We get a bonus. So the one league that I'm in the ESPN league where it's straight up PPR. So every time the receiver catches the ball, that's a point, right? So since he runs the ball more, that devalues him a little bit. You get the running yardage, but it devalues you a little bit. In our league, we get a 10-point bonus if the receiver catches 10 balls, right? So Debo's never going to catch 10 balls, right?
Yeah, but he's going to get rushing yards.
Like, he's going to get rushing yards, and
which I guess makes up for that.
That helps. That definitely helps. But I just got to bring it down a little bit with the injury concern and the fact that he's not going to put up as many receiving yards. Again, top receiver. I want him on my team. I just have him under a few other people here that a little higher on my list. So I've got him at number 15. Number 14, I have for my guys, the Cincinnati Bengals. I have T. Higgins.
Oh, that's a little high.
Got T. Higgins. He is going to get a lot more balls this year. Man, Cincinnati's just going to be – they're going to be a low.
Yeah, they're going to be really, really good. They're going to be really good. Probably will make the AFC Championship game and lose again. But it's okay. It's okay. That's a really good season for most. So
that might happen. But if they do, it's not going to be to the Chiefs. So they will. If they lose, it'll be to the Ravens. That's who will beat the Bengals.
The Ravens?
Yeah, that's who will beat the Ravens should have beat them. The Ravens should have beat them in the playoffs last year. Oh yeah, Ravens, nah, dude. The Ravens know how to play the Bengals. Trust me. That's the team.
Like, if the Ravens match up against the Bengals in the AFC Championship game, then I see it. But I just don't see the Ravens making the AFC Championship game.
Oh, dude, the Ravens can win the Super Bowl. Yes, the Ravens are, man. All right, the Ravens have.
They'll win the division
as anybody. They can. That division. That's going to be man.
I know it's going to be tough. I think. Yeah, I know they're going to be really, really good. Yeah. I think they'll win a playoff game or two.
Yeah.
Actually, no, not two, because then they'll win a playoff game.
The whole AFC is just.
And that's saying a lot for the Ravens. Like if they win a playoff game, that's pretty good.
You got Miami, you got Buffalo, you got Kansas City,
got Baltimore, the Jets,
Cincinnati, the Jets. What are they gonna do?
Got the Chargers, Buffalo, the Jags.
Yeah,
the Jags are kind of stacked now. Like,
yeah. It's gonna be something. That's gonna be tough when we have that show.
Right.
All right, so I got T. Higgins at number 14. So yeah, maybe high on some lists. Think you had him 19. All right, so I had him 14. ESPN actually has him 13. All right, number 13. I agree with you. I've got Devontae Smith right on the nose at number 13. So I think he's gonna have a big year. Really, really liked him coming out of Bama. I mean, who didn't? He won the Heisman. So,
as a receiver.
As a receiver.
He was putting up
crazy.
Crazy numbers.
I really felt he was underrated coming in. Just all that he did.
I thought he was better than Jamar Chase coming in.
Yeah.
That proved.
I thought so.
I was like, good, Jamar Chase.
I thought so also. I don't feel that now
I
But
kind
yeah,
of forgot about Jamar Chase. He missed that
yeah,
year, and then
yeah. I totally agree.
yeah,
I
he
totally
was
agree.
on the same team with Jalen Waddle that year, Devontae Smith, but Jalen Waddle got injured early. So,
Yeah,
but still, man, oof.
that's ridiculous. They have the
Yeah,
receiver they've had coming out of there recently. Yeah. So Devontae Smith at 13. I agree with you. Number 12, I've got Garrett Wilson from
whoa. You were just doubting Garrett Wilson. You said he's overrated and
only, the only reason, and I could see it. I think does ESPN have him at 10? Garrett, well, yeah, ESPN has him at 10. And I understand it because Rodgers. Rodgers
yeah,
is gonna give him that ball, and if he can get that Devontae Adams type chemistry, and get that back shoulder fade and all that type of stuff, Rodgers can make him look really good. So I think Rodgers elevates his stock.
Just teach him all Devontae's routes.
Right. Right. So yeah. So I can see that. So I don't have him at 10, but I have him at 12. I think you had him at 15. So we have him around, in the same ballpark. So I think he's definitely he's gonna be a hot commodity. A lot of people are gonna get him.
Yeah.
And then number 11, I agree with you as well. Jalen Waddle. Number 11, Miami Dolphins. Man, he had a huge year again. 1,356 yards, 8 touchdowns, played in all 17 games. Man, that combo, you can't just shut him down because you've got, the Tyreek and Freak on the other side.
Yes.
Got running game.
Both of them, man. And they're so fast.
Yes.
Like basically an Olympic track team.
Yeah.
Like
And they got a solid tight end. So they're definitely something to reckon with. So so we've got some similarities, especially 11 through 20. We've got a lot of similarities there. So so good list. So I think we're definitely up to speed. We're ready for fantasy as far as our receivers go. Again, you can check out our other episode that'll show up here at the end, where you can see our 10 through 1 receivers. If you have not seen that already, we're just on Fantasy Central here over the next month. So it's time to study. We got to really get to it because this running back list is going to be tough.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be tough. I already made it. This is me.
Yeah, that's right. You did make it. Yeah. I haven't made my list officially yet. I've been looking.
I'm going to give you a hint. I have some incentives in there because running backs are talking about, we're being disrespected and all that. So I have incentives if they hold out. I have that. So
okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, that's going to be fun. But running back's always the hardest list.
Yeah.
Sure. That's a very tough.
You never know.
And that's such a crapshoot with the injuries with the running backs. Man, some of that is just a total guess on just
and lots of luck sometimes. Contracts, you won't even know about, and
And it's been funny, and we'll get on out of here on this. I won't say funny, but it's been interesting to see the the evaluation of the running back, right? We see that happen with NFL in the league, but that's also happened, I feel, in fantasy because before, and especially before your time, man, running backs, oh my gosh, they would be gone. You had to get a back early, right? I always was a little more receiver heavy. I would get my backs I would get one good back early, and I kind of get my backs later. But now the way that receivers are so important and how running backs get hurt so much, it's like
a lot of running back is just like luck a little bit and like sleeper and contract and like all there's a lot of stuff going into it. Like there'll be a breakout running back pretty much every year.
It is. Yep, it's going to be a breakout.
The ones you can count on, like McCaffrey and Derrick Henry, are going to be there, but then the rest is just.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So as we bring our list to you next week with the running backs, we're really going to focus on sleepers and try to really give you a lot of information on that because that is the key because you've got to run 2 backs at least in your league. So we're really going to try to give you some intel, let you know who the sleepers are, what rookies are coming in, because no one's really, wanting to pay anyone that's been in the league for a while. So they're really going to run the young guys a lot. So try to give you as much intel as possible. All right, man. Well, hey, man, enjoyed this list. Another great show with you. Enjoyed playing golf with you earlier, man. Your golf is continuing to evolve. So we'll try to get on out there. Got the Tee Up Kicks hat. Shout out to Tee Up Kicks. Nick Dripolis, check out his site. He's got all the fly golf gear for the hip hop era. So you definitely want to check out his gear. All right, we're going to get on out of here on that, man. We'll see y'all next time with the top running backs. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your week. Until next week, Pick 'em Pros.